Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to show you how to make a foundation that might be a shade or two too dark for you still work. For example, that always happens to us. Either your color, they don't have the color you need, or you accidentally get one that's too dark like I did. I got the Milani 2-in-1 foundation, but it is a little too dark for me. So yeah, today's video is going to be a few tips and tricks on how to go ahead and make something like this work. If you're interested in how I got this look and how I made my foundation that's too dark for me work, please keep watching the video. So since I'm going to be using a foundation that does not have naturally based ingredients and that is probably not going to be great for my sensitive skin, I am going to be making sure that I use a good primer that has naturally based ingredients to kind of protect my face from the foundation. So I'm going to be going in with my Unique Glorious Face and Eye Primer. Does anyone else just explodes? I was gonna say something inappropriate, but it just explodes out of the tube. And it wastes it, and it gets all nasty. Once again, the doggies are playing on the bed, so excuse the lion sounds. I'm going to be going in with my Milani 2-in-1 foundation plus concealer. It's in the color 02 Natural. So as I said, it is going to be a little dark, you'll see. For a drugstore foundation, it's actually, I have no complaints. I mean, I've only worn it once, so I haven't worn it enough times to where I know if it's gonna break me out or not. So I don't wanna recommend this right away for those of you who have sensitive skin. But if you can put whatever on your face and it doesn't bother you, this is a really good drugstore concealer. I think it's like $8, something like that. So as I said, it is a little too dark for me. So, and I just put it on the back of my hand and I'm using this e.l.f. I think it's a blending brush. So as you can see, that is orange and it's too dark for me. I want to make sure that I am blending in as much as I can to my ears and my hairline. That's one of my biggest things that, I'm like, oh, blend it, when people don't blend it into their hairline and they use foundation that is not their skin color. So be sure to, if you are having to work with a darker foundation for your skin tone, be sure to blend in all of those areas, because those are dead giveaways that you are not that color. Oompa loompa doopa dee doo, I got another puzzle for you. I mean, the coverage of this stuff, it's not it's not as good as the Unique liquid foundation that I like to use, but I mean, again, it's a drugstore product, so it does the job. Blend this. Has anyone seen that Blended movie with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore? I don't think it came out in the movie theaters, and it was very not popularized or not promoted or whatever, but it is a funny, good movie. If you haven't seen it, see it, and if you have, then you'll know why in my head I'm thinking blended, 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 blended. We are blending. Terry Crews is in it. He's so funny. Okay, so now we're gonna put some whiteness back in your face. I'll put some white in your face. Sounds horrible. I'm going to be taking my Unique Mineral Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer. It's in the color Scarlet, which is the lightest available. You can use any concealer. I really like the Unique one just because it is very full coverage, it's very pigmented, and it doesn't really give a nasty settling on my skin, so I do like that. And I'm being very lazy and just putting this on with my fingers, just because I'm going to be putting it on a lot of areas. I'm going to put it here, and we're going to be blending it out anyways. So I'm just getting all the areas where I can basically get away with putting, some white back into my face. So anywhere I want to highlight, I'm going to go ahead and hit my jawline. I'm going to be putting it here. So now I'm going to be taking a Damp Beauty. This one is by Unique. It's their blending bud, but you can use any damp beauty sponge, beauty blender, whatever you fancy. And I'm just gonna be pushing this in and blending it out. Another trick you can do if your foundation is too dark is use your setting powder all over. So instead of just using it on the areas where I put my concealer, I'm gonna put it all over my face because I don't mind if it does tint my skin a little bit lighter, because like I said, it's really dark for me. So I'm gonna be using my Dermablend Professional Setting Powder. I'm gonna start by I'm taking just this e.l.f. Kabuki face brush. It's a nice fluffy dense brush, so I really like this for patting in powders. Has anyone seen White Chicks? I'm like full of movie quotes, but like when she like, give me a pat, she's all she's all, clean it up, Coco. Part's so funny. So to bronze up, you know, the areas that the sun would naturally hit my face, I'm going to be taking my Unique Beachfront Bronzer. First, I'm going to go in with the color Sunset, which is the lightest. And okay, this brush, it is the best brush. And I got it at Forever 21 in one of those like little cheap $4 kits or whatever. But it really does a really good job. I love this for bronzing because it's so fluffy, it's so flexible. It's a really, really nice brush for doing this, for bronzing. And I don't want too much contouring, just because I want to keep this look kind of, you know, nice and fresh looking as far as like my face goes. So, but I am going to take the Beachfront Bronzer in the color Hermosa, which is the darkest, and I'm going to be just putting a little bit hollows of my cheeks to give just a little definition. I do want to go ahead and contour my nose just a little bit. I'm just going to be taking my BH Cosmetics brush. It's kind of just like a flat, structured brush, which is really nice to get in there and contour with. I'm going to be taking that damp blender and kind of just blending that out. Alrighty, so for blush, I'm going to be taking my Unique Moodstruck Minerals pressed blusher in the color Sweet. This is like the perfect, you know, perfect plain OG blush color. It's a nice pretty pink. It goes good with any look, so yeah, very versatile. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I am using a lot of Unique products on my skin for, you know, contouring and blush, only because, like I said, I am using this, you know, foundation that is not the best for sensitive skin, so that's why I'm doing that. And I'm just taking, again, a BH Cosmetics brush. This is actually, again, a nice blush brush. I use this a lot. Anything like really soft and dense, I love to use for blush just because it gives a really nice even coverage, even color, I guess I should say. If you were to use like a more coarse brush, I feel like it just wipes away a lot of the face makeup and the contouring that you already have down. So, yeah, a nice dense fluffy brush is the best that I like to use for blushes. So now for brows, I'm going to be using ColourPop's brow pencil in the color, I think it's like Dope Taupe or something. Yeah, Dope Taupe. This one is kind of almost a cross between like a pencil and a dip pomade, because it still does have like a, you know, a more wet consistency, I guess, than your typical brow pencil. So bear with me I don't use this on a daily basis, but I did want to switch up my brow product today. So I'm just going to go underneath on my natural line, and I'm going to like slowly flick some pretend. Okay, yeah, I'm going to need to get a little closer. I hope you guys can still see. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to be following that arch. And sometimes, okay, so my hairs go this way out, you know, And sometimes if you go opposite of the way your hairs grow, it helps to not get so much of like a sharp defined line, you know? I don't mind a sharper, like more defined line on the bottom, but for the top sometimes, like especially around the middle area of my brow, I do like to just kind of keep it, you know, as natural looking as I can. I do like to do the front first. It's just a preference thing. Like, I do know that a lot of people like to go ahead and do their tail first. But it's whatever you like to do best, whatever is easiest for you. So now I'm just gonna kind of be tracing my natural line of hairs. I mean, they are kind of crazy. I'm trying to grow them out a little bit more, but yeah. Go ahead and connect the tail. And you use a very light hand with these. I'm barely, you know, gracing the surface of my skin just because it is so pigmented. Does anyone else hate their brows? I don't hate my brows. I hate doing my brows. It takes the longest and it stresses me out because you never know what you're gonna get. Like sometimes I'll have like a perfect brow day and other days, you know, it just doesn't want to, they don't want to cooperate. And then I want to make sure to go ahead and take that spoolie and really blend through because I don't want any like crazy harsh lines or anything. Again, like I want to try to get it, you know, as natural as I can. Okay, so that's the gist of like how I've been doing my eyebrows lately. It switches up every day, you know. It just depends on how they're going that day and, you know, how patient I am and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow. You know what I just realized? I forgot highlighter. I'm gonna be using my Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Highlighter in the color Sin. This is a gorgeous highlighter. Again, this is another item that I splurged on. It was pretty expensive. But I really like it. It's perfect if you want like a nice natural highlight. If you don't want anything like too crazy or, you know, like bam. But it gives a really nice, you know, that just natural shimmery glow. And I'm just gonna dust that area. So for my eyes, I'm going to be picking up my Maybelline The Rock Nudes palette that I got in my BeautyCon box. And I am going to keep it kind of, you know, softer and gentler today as far as, you know, eyes go. So first I'm going to be picking up this kind of light grayish color right here. Again, this is one of those ones that is not that pigmented, but it'll still work for a transition shade. And I'm just using my Unique Deluxe brush to kind of start putting that in my inner crease. For my lid, I'm going to be taking this white color. Now this is one of my, actually this is my favorite color in the palette. I'm going to be taking a Unique Cream Shadow brush. But this is my favorite color in the palette. It is a beautiful highlighter because it's, you know, pretty white. It has like a slight shimmer to it, but it's perfect for under your brow bone area or in your inner corner of your crease. But today I'm gonna be using it on my lid, and I'm gonna actually do a different shade for my inner corner and brow bone, but we'll get to that. So now to darken up the crease slightly, I am going to be taking this, it's kind of like a charcoal gray color in the palette. And I'm going to be taking a crease brush and just working that kind of in my crease. Oh, I got a little sloppy, but that's okay because we're going to blend it out. And I'm just working this kind of in the outer corner of my eyeball. Like, this sounds kind of gross, but you can feel like where your eyeball is with your brush when your eye is closed, and you kind of just want to go around it. Do you know what I'm saying? See, and again, this is another, you know, color in this palette that is very pigmented. It's really nice. I mean, they do blend out pretty nicely too. So to blend that, I'm going to be taking an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. This is like the ultimate blending brush. I love this to blend. Make sure we get the harsh lines out and kind of nicely faded. And now, just to be a little anal, I'm going to go touch in with that lighter color again. So now for a highlight on my inner corner of my brow bone, I want to switch it up and do like a golder color. So I'm taking my Coastal Scents palette, custom palette, and I'm taking this color right here, which is called Elven Gold. And I'm just taking, again, these BH Cosmetic brushes don't have names. I'm really sorry, but again, it's kind of like a flatter, more structured brush. I'm gonna go ahead and take my rose water and spray it because I want a little bit more pigmentation. So get that nice and soaked. Smells so good. Smells legitimately like roses. Okay, so I'm just gonna be placing that under my brow bone. This is a gorgeous, like if you want to switch it up, because I mean, I tend to use kind of like white, you know, silvery shades to do my brow bone and my inner corner, so it's nice to kind of switch it up and do like a gold color for something different. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on my inner corner. Put a little more rose water. I am going to be applying falsies today, but first I'm going to go ahead and coat my lashes with the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Mascara. To go along with my gold inner tear duct and my gold brow bone highlight, I'm going to be taking my unique Mootrek Precision Pencil in the color Precious. My precious. It's a really nice, beautiful, kind of gold shimmery color. It's beautiful. So I'm going to be taking that and placing that on my waterline. And because it's a light color, it's still going to go ahead and open up my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my, as an eyeliner as well. I was planning on doing a brown, but I really like this color, so. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and take our, these are the Ardell lashes in 120 Demi. Nothing crazy, but still enough to add a little oomph to the look. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and pop some mascara on the bottom of my lashes. And now for the finishing touch, I'm going to be taking my Pacifica lipstick in the color Tenderheart. I also got this in my Beautycon box as well. And now I'm just taking out my hair, and then we're going to be all done. Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you learned something. I hope you learned a few tricks or two. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you really liked the video and are not a subscriber yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see more videos. My next video is going to be a monthly favorite, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. As always guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Want to see these strawberries? Doesn't that look scary? Alright, enough funny faces. I'll let you guys go.